Are you looking for the best camping tents? In this video, we will look at some of the 7 best tents on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Kelty Discovery Element 6. For the casual camper looking to spend some quality outdoor time with friends and family, the Kelty Discovery Element 6, $210, is an inexpensive and easy to set up option. Simplicity is the name of the game here, and the Discovery Element is one of the easiest tents to set up in our selection. This tent uses the tried and true 2-pole design, with an additional pole to support a small awning. Our tester easily set this tent up, without instructions, in under 10 minutes. When fully staked and with the rainfly guide out, this tent does a commendable job keeping its inhabitants dry, especially considering the price. With a peak height of 6 feet 4 inches, most folks will be able to fully stand up in this tent. While it only has one door, that door is huge, so access is very easy. Each side is lined with a few internal storage pockets, so you'll have no problem staying organized and keeping the floor free of knickknacks. The Kelty Discovery Element 6 uses fiberglass poles. While fiberglass poles keep the cost down, they are more fragile and more difficult to repair than aluminum poles. Aluminum poles bend under stress and can be bent back in place, and if they break in one place. Under too much stress, fiberglass poles tend to shatter. This rarely happens from the stress of heavy winds, but breaks can often occur when the poles are stepped on by hasty campers in the dark. For the price, the Discovery Element accomplishes a tent's primary functions, keeping campers dry and bug-free, and providing a little privacy in those crowded campgrounds. Number 2. MSR Habitude 6. The MSR Habitude 6, $600 to $700, is a strong contender for best overall camping tent, bringing a slate of smart front country features to the table and a built-tough construction that ensures it'll be around long into your camping future. Available in both a 4- and 6-person configuration, the Habitude series of tents borrows much from MSR's long history in creating strong backcountry-style tents to produce one for the more mellow outings of the summer. Supreme livability is the name of the game for this tent, and we greatly appreciated the large vestibule space and 6-foot overhead clearance. Setup is a breeze, utilizing a hubbed pole design and color-coded clips, no pole sleeves to fuss with, to erect the 83 square feet of sleeping space. While many camping-size tents might require an extra set of hands to wrangle it into existence, the Habitude was noticeably easy to erect by a single person. The majority of the tent's inner is a 68D polyester, with mesh placed smartly to provide airflow and privacy. Studded about are a number of storage pockets and extra hang loops to trick out your home away from home with camping niceties such as lanterns. Now the Achilles heel, this wonderful tent only offers a single entry/egress point, which we found a hindrance to an otherwise excellent tent. We would have loved the ease of even a 1.5 door design like on the North Face Wawona 4. You might consider the integrated LED porch light lantern a worthy bomb, as it is pretty enjoyable to use. Weighing the Habitude against other tents in our review was a tough row to hoe. It was considerably lighter than the REI-based Camp 6, but also $100 more expensive. It offers much more standing height than tents like the Polar 4-person tent or REI Half Dome SL3, but it lacks the second door both these tents have. Overall, we agreed the Habitude found balance across a number of scales and would be an ideal tent for introducing little ones to camping, escaping for the weekend, or indulging in the buy once, cry once ethos. Number 3. Nemo Aurora High-Rise. Forget hunching over. The Aurora High-Rise camping tent, $400 to $500, from Nemo has got headroom to spare. Sporting a tent pole design that bumps out the exterior walls to near vertical, we had no issues with bumping around inside this tent, and no scrunching was needed. While the 75-inch peak height isn't quite the tallest in our testing, it's the fact that this height extends far out from the interior, allowing for easy maneuvering about for sleeping pad setup, or just squeezing past a tent mate. A tent like the Eureka Jade Canyon 4 will have more headroom overall, but will suffer much more with high winds. Behind the 2 doors, which can be unzipped and folded away entirely into what Nemo calls the door jamb pocket, is a full 62.5 square feet of floor space, which has been printed with a fun argyle pattern to lighten up the tent. It's the little features like this that really up the livability, and after spending a week in the Aurora this spring in Joshua Tree National Park, we came to love our groovy space. During testing, we found the dual vestibules to provide plenty of space for storing equipment during the night, though not quite large enough to lounge under shade. The 4-person version of this tent was perfectly sized for 3 testers, though we could easily see a family of 4 enjoying the space, or even a couple having a luxuriously large camping hideout. While the large side windows do provide an excellent view, and plenty of ventilation, the rainfly does stop short of providing full coverage over them. While this won't be an issue in typical rain, particularly bad wind-driven rain will have the ability to soak into these seams given the chance. A family-sized tent that's sized for everyone in the family, the Nemo Aurora High-Rise is available in both a 4-person and 6-person offering. Number 4. The North Face Wawona 4. Newly updated, the North Face Wawona 4, $400, got a second skin, going from a single to double wall design, and its poles have been re-engineered for easier setup, both worthy upgrades. It's the small things that make the Wawona, which, if you're wondering, was the name of a famous giant sequoia in Yosemite National Park, tick. A unique hooped pole design kicks out the large vestibule to a comfy 28 square feet of space and provides plenty of dry room to shuffle gear about. Then there are the interior features. A smaller rear door doubles as an organizational center, while an interior height of 78 inches allows for easy walking about inside the tent. We greatly appreciated the breathability built into the Wawona on a night camping in Washington's San Juan Islands, where moisture from the sea can be heavy and keeping air moving is a priority. We struggled with the rainfly the first go around, as it has an unusual shape that goes to the ground at the vestibule then up to window height along the body of the tent. Once we figured out which way was up, snapping it into place was an adjustable breeze. There also is the issue of the fly not covering the rear door, although it does sport a waterproof zipper. Our testing hasn't shown this to be a weak point necessarily, but we have our doubts the tent would keep a heavy rain entirely at bay. For fair weather conditions, the Wawona 4 offers a boatload of space for families that bring plenty along on their camping trips. Just consider what the weather person has in store for you. Number 5. Eureka Jade Canyon 4 Tent. If you're looking for a family tent that feels like a spacious screened-in porch, the Jade Canyon 4, $399, is for you. The 7-foot-tall interior height means no more awkward stooping. And with 64 square feet of floor space, there's plenty of room to spread out. We found this provided a comfortable amount of space for 2 adults and 2 young children. Each wall is lined with pockets, which is great for keeping track of your headlamp and storing other essentials. The best part about this tent is the airy feel and giant mesh windows. Not only does it keep things breathable, but it also means you can easily enjoy the view in any direction. We spent a week camping outside Moab and loved relaxing in the tent while watching the sunrise. That said, the benefits of this tent are also its downfall. The tall height and large windows can be problematic in stormy weather. High winds will challenge any tent, and that's especially true of a tent that's 7 feet tall. The windows zip closed, and the included rainfly protects from rainfall. However, in heavy storms, it is possible to experience slight leaking. We also would have preferred a second door. For mild summer conditions, though, this is a winner for family camping. It offers plenty of standing room and is a decent value to boot. We were also pleased with how easily it packed back into the storage bag. Number 6. Coleman Sundome 4-person tent. This tent is a classic bargain. You can score a 4-person tent for $100 or grab a 2-person model for just $70. That said, there is a difference between an inexpensive tent like this and the higher-end models. The construction is sturdy, although it's lacking in some finishing details and long-term durability. The Sundome has fiberglass poles instead of aluminum. They will work for a lot of car camping situations but are less durable and weaker than aluminum. It would be a tight fit for 4 people with 63 square feet inside. We found it had plenty of room for 2. It's worth noting that there isn't a vestibule for extra gear storage. The rainfly covers the top and generally works well, but in extra wet conditions, it leaked at the corners. Finally, we had a few issues with the zipper snagging. For a budget tent, it will get the job done. Number 7. Agnes Big House 6. This super roomy tent, $480, will keep the whole group comfy all weekend long. You can easily stand up inside. There's plenty of room to spread out with 83 square feet of interior space. The welcome mat gives muddy shoes a place to stay, and the 8 interior pockets keep gear organized and easily accessible. For more storage, there's even a gear loft sold separately. One of our favorite features is the ability to set it up as a sun shelter. Simply set up just the poles and rainfly without the tent insert. It was easy to pack up, and the backpack stuff sack design makes carrying the tent much easier. Unfortunately, as with most large family camping tents, it doesn't do great in extremely windy weather due to its non-aerodynamic shape. Also, it's possible to set this tent up alone, but it's easier with 2 people. This tent is a great option for family get-togethers to sleep in or to quickly create a bit of shade with just the fly.